Hey, what's up, guys? It's Bye here with an update on 1860 KvK. I know a lot of you guys are interested to know who going to be our allies for this KvK. Is 1860 going to have an easy KvK because like Osset Leaks is coming, or are we going to have another hard KvK here? So wait no further, okay? I have the list update on the allies for you guys right here, okay? So going into this KvK, Strive the 8 KvK, uh, the team for this KvK is going to be 1860, 1228, 1912, and 1657 versus the Reds. So it could be a 3 cams versus 5 cams here. Um, And if you're talking about kingdoms, it like a 4 kingdoms versus 8 kingdom here, okay? So let me talk about like what I think, right? What I think so far about the team, right? So I think um like 1228, I think is a pretty solid kingdom, right? I checked on them yesterday. It's also like one of my prediction yesterday as well, right? That we will most likely going with the left side versus like the right side here, right? So let's talk about like Torch 28 a little bit here. I think Torch 28 is a pretty solid kingdom, right? Uh 1912 and 1657 camp, right? The Thunder camp is always considered the weakest camp in Straps 8 map, right? So you always have the Fire camp, which is the strongest camp, right? All at the top left corner, and the Thunder camp is always considered the weakest camp, right? I think it can definitely reflect on the ranking as well. I think the Thunder camp are somewhere at the bottom here, right? Two of the Thunder camps at the bottom here. 1657, 9, and 12. In terms of like activity, right, they are somewhere at the bottom here. One of the kingdom in the Earth camp is at the bottom, but I think the other Earth camp doing pretty well here at rank number 6, right? Pretty active. Uh, so let's go back to the map here, right? And I'm going to show you guys some of my prediction on what's gonna happen, right? So I would say 1860 is I would say we gonna have another very hard KvK here, I think, right? Because we are not going with like two other corner kingdom here, right? So we are going with one of the corner kingdom, which is pretty decent, right? 1228 here, and we're going with one of the like weakest middle camp, right? So because of like how the map layout right now, right? So I think in the first zone, right? I honestly don't think 1655 and 2082 is gonna try to fight us here, right? So I think there might not be a fighting in the first when the first level 4 get open, right? I think this zone is gonna be pretty much free, right? So I think 1860 is definitely gonna try to come in here. Maybe there might be some resistance from 1655 and 2082, but I don't think they gonna fight us 1v1, right? Since they gonna have like a free zone here with 2018, right? So the enemy will definitely gonna try to take over this zone here. I'm just gonna mark what territory going to be belong to outside, okay? So 1860 and 912, 1657, we are sharing this zone here, so there gonna be no fighting for us here. So over here, right, no fighting for us here. I think we'll probably try to share half and half here or something like that. Um, so 9 and 12, 1657 here, right, also sharing with 1228 here. So most like there gonna be no fighting there, right? I mean allies, and no fighting 100% here. So we gonna be capture this zone here, as it gonna be the zone for us. Uh, so 1228, right? 1228, they might want to fight 1629, 1865. There might be some fighting here, I think. The Earth camp is not that weak. I think the Earth camp they can definitely fight. So we might be expecting some fight in this zone here. There might be like a fighting zone here. Uh, there might be a fighting zone here, right? It might be 1228 trying to fight 1629 and 1865 here. They might. And I would say like a very high possibility that they got a fight in there. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay. I think the most important thing is when the next level 5 get open, right? So like when the next level 5 get open, it's gonna be 1860 coming here. Let me put in here. Text. Right. I think when the next get open, it's gonna be 1860 versus 1655. 2082 and 2018 here. It's gonna be like a 1 versus 3. It's gonna be like a 1 versus 3 here in this zone. Let me reduce the text size a little bit here to 48. And put it down here. Or maybe you can remove the size a little bit more, like 36, yeah. Make it's all fit in here. So it's gonna be a big fight in here, right? It's gonna be like a big fight in there. So it's gonna be 1860, 1 versus 3 kingdom, right? When the level 5, when the level 5, when the level 5 gate open, right? Definitely gonna be some fighting in that zone. I think the enemy will definitely gonna try to fight us there, right? Because it's like a 1 versus 3 kingdom in there. And we'll definitely have some crazy fight in there. I think. There's gonna be like a fighting. There's gonna be a fighting zone here when the level 5 get open. And winner gonna take everything, right? So like let's say if 1860 can win, then we can take over this zone. We can come in here and we can try to lock up on 1655 and 2082 here. I think it's gonna be very important for us to win in this zone here, right? We gotta win. We gotta win and we gotta lock up at least 1655 and 2082 here, right? Our goal is to lock these guys up. We gotta take them out, right? Our goal is to take 1655, 2082 out of Kingsland, right? If the fight going to come to Kingsland, right? So one of the map gonna be out of here, and we, like 1860 gonna try to come in here, okay? So this zone gonna be free zone. Shiki gonna be free zone here, right? It's gonna be free zone for 1860, 1912 here, right? So 1912 and 1657 they gonna have an easy time. I don't think they gonna be they gonna have to do a lot of fighting, right? I don't think they have to do any fighting until the level 6 gate open, right? So in this zone here, this one, Bitafo, right? That was a Bitafo zone. 1228 might have a trouble there because 49.7 gonna come in, right? Go here. 49.7 they gonna come in, right? 49.7 they gonna take this zone here, right? Enemy gonna be here. And they gonna try to come in here, right? 49.7 here. And if 1228 they wanna fight in there, they're gonna have to do like a 1 versus 3 kingdom as well, right? And 49.7 is Imperium Kingdom, right? I think they're a pretty solid kingdom. I think it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough there for 1228 to win against like a 1 versus 3. And I think it might be like the best idea for them just to, maybe they can try to defend this zone, right? Just defend the gate. Maybe like if they win, if 1228 can win against Earth Camp, right? They can try to defend the level 5 gate. I think defend the gate is a lot easier. They can try to defend this gate here and hold this zone. That if they want to have some kind of like early fight on, right? Otherwise, they might have to come back here in Shiki and sharing the zone here with Shiki here. And hopefully 1860 gonna be able to win this zone here, okay? But like I think I like the team. I will say I like the team pick here for our kingdom because it giving almost everybody a chance to get to Kingsland here, right? So like I think like maybe we'll be able to lock up on 1655 and 28 here. It's a maybe, okay? We'll see how 1860 going to perform, right? It's still gonna be like a 1 versus 3 kingdoms there, right? It's gonna come down to like how much fighting these guys wanna do, right? So 1860, right? If we can lock up on 1655 here, right? It's gonna be a big fight in Kingsland, I would say. Because I think when the level 6 get open, right? I think it's gonna be still pretty hard for us to, even if we can get into this zone here, still gonna be pretty hard for us to try to come into that side. And I think the big fight is gonna happen in Kingsland unless we gonna try to continue pushing them if we can capture this zone and pushing to the level 6 gate, right? And it also depends on 1228 fighting in this zone as well, right? If they can win this zone or if they can hold this zone again 49.7, right? Then most of the fighting gonna be at the level 5 gate here. But if they cannot, then most of the fighting for 1228 is gonna be in this zone here. 1228 can definitely try to defend, right? 1 gate, defend against 3 kingdom is a lot easier than defend 1 gate here, 2 level 5 gate, and 2 level 4 gate here again 3 kingdom, I would say. Because you want to focus on defense, right? So it's gonna be depend on what 1228 wanna do, right? I can tell them what to do, but I think 1860 will definitely try to do like a 1 versus 2 camp here, right? Or like a 1 versus 3 kingdom here when the level 5 gets open, right? I don't expect much fighting when the level 4 get open, so I definitely do not need to take a day off there, right? I can definitely move my day off to maybe when the level 5 get open, right? And have a more time off there, and I can fight a lot more. So yeah, right, just want to make like a quick video here to show you guys the map update, right? And the team update as well, right? And some of my prediction here on what's gonna happen into this KvK. I definitely think it's gonna be pretty hard KvK, doing like a 3 versus 5, especially when we're not picking like the two, right? Like the second and the third strongest cam here, right? We're going with the fourth strongest cam and like a very weak middle cam, I would say. In terms of power, right? I don't know how hard they're gonna fight in KvK, but I'm just judging based on the map layout, okay? Right? Show you guys the map layout again, right? So you know what I mean? Right? Usually it's always the first, like this, the strongest cam always at the top left. I think the second strongest cam is always at bottom right, and then third strongest is somewhere at top right, and then the weakest 4, right? The fourth strongest is at not weakest. The fourth strongest is usually at the bottom left of the corner, and then the weakest cam of everything is always in the like right here, right? The thunder cam is always the weakest cam from what I'm seeing so far. So definitely like a it's gonna be like a very challenging KvK in my opinion. And again, so I just want to show you guys a quick update here on how's our pre-KvK Crusader Marauder stage going on right here. We got 1860 at 212, right? 212 million points here. We got 1228 at 161 million points. 1497 at 114 million points. 2018 at 106 million points here, right? Usually the Marauder stage doesn't mean much, right? You do get an idea of like how active the other kingdoms can be, but it doesn't tell you so much about like how active they are in terms of like fighting in KvK. So definitely we had to take another quick look at these kingdom as our allies when we enter the KvK. I know for the fact that the leadership team probably have a look at them already. It's just not me, I think. I have no information on them, but we can just wait for like another, I would say, 4 or 5 days to get an update on like how strong 1228 is and how strong is 1912 and 1657. But I am happy to have them to be our allies, and I think like they probably have to accept the fact that we'll be doing 3 versus 5, right? We might try to reach out to another camp, be like, okay, do you guys want to do a 3 versus 5 or not? And they might be like, oh no, right? Maybe the two camps are like, okay, we'll do 3 versus 5 with you guys. Maybe that's the reason why, right? So we'll see, right? I'm super excited for this KvK here. Maybe not for the level 4 pass open, okay? But definitely the level 5 gate openings is gonna be crazy for 1860. At least we'll definitely have some firing right there. So stay tuned for future update, guys. And thanks for watching, guys.